many workers have claimed to have experienced paranormal activity inside. An employee at one point heard a girl crying for help, but when he looked for her, he couldn't find her. People have also reported seeing toys move by themselves in these aisles, and heard disembodied laughter. What do you think? Would you shop at this Walmart, or is it too spooky?
Hello, everybody! Welcome back. This is your girl Annie on the Bus Brat. Tonight, I'm going to show you the creepiest, the scariest TikTok videos you've ever seen. So, let's get started.
p.m. on a Friday night when two sisters are settling in for the evening. During this time, their mom had gone out to walk their dog as she does every night. But while both sisters are alone at home, something happens that leaves them extremely unsettled. Now, the mother in question, known as Isabel Katz, had sent me this video in the hopes that someone could explain her footage. She and her kids live in a house that might be haunted, according to her. Strange things often happen, and she doesn't know what to do. From a sliding cabinet door that is often found open after being closed shut, to mysterious noises heard at night, Isabel is certain that something unexplainable is happening. One night, while Isabel walks the family dog, her two children are alone at home when this is captured. It was after watching this video that their mother knew something paranormal had occurred. At first, one of her children sees something that terrifies them beyond belief. According to her, she had seen what looked like a tall figure standing inside the master bedroom. It wasn't exactly clear, as her daughter states, but she knew something was there, and her sister can attest to this, as she too had seen something tall inside the room. Following that, the sound of their cabinet door sliding open is heard on camera. Understandably, the whole family was freaked out, if not spooked, by this incident. Not much else is known about this clip, but Isabel hopes that someone could explain her footage, as she's not sure what to do or what was caught on camera.
That poor kid sounded terrified.
July 1st of 2024, an ambulance driver stands far away from his vehicle while sounding immensely terrified. According to the driver, he had to pull over immediately, as it was just then that something baffling had occurred. In his own words, he was driving back to base when suddenly he saw something in the back of the ambulance. Upon realizing what it was, he stops the vehicle and jumps out in a panic state. Now, due to a lack of parking, he parks the ambulance inside an alleyway, but even from a distance, he can't seem to look away from the truck. Clearly, something has left him deeply unsettled. The following is his footage. Take a look.
Alright, so I'm not sure how to talk about this, but First off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So
I'm not even gonna give my 2-week notice. I quit. That's what it's gonna say.
So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like, I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here. I'm not trying to go back on this trip.
It says I run the F out. Oh, he ran back to go get his phone.
I don't know if you see it, but
So he took off and then ran back to go get his
can
phone.
y'all see that back door? Like, it just, like it just flew open. Like, can you, no, what the? What was that?
No.
No, hell no. Nah.
I'm calling me an Uber.
It's no wonder why the EMT was immensely afraid of going back to the ambulance. Something appears to have been inside. Although we don't see a face as the EMT claims to have seen earlier, we do see what looks like a shadowy figure moving back and forth. It appears to dart from side to side, as if being stuck inside. The EMT driver thinks that whatever this was had been the culprit behind the cabinet door swinging open on its own, which he says had been the loud thump heard inside. But as for the mysterious face he'd seen earlier, that remains a mystery. Some believe that maybe this may have been the spirit of a deceased individual who unfortunately passed away inside the ambulance. While many think this, others have no idea what this could have been. Whether ghost or something else, the EMT was just glad to have someone from work pick up the truck. To this day, the question remains, just what exactly had been inside the ambulance?
I don't know, y'all. I've been a nurse for 20 years and I have heard a lot of stories from EMTs and fire departments and other nurses, and you know, I don't really believe in ghosts and stuff. I'm a little skeptic about it, but I believe in the devil, but I believe I have a pretty strong faith in the Lord and Jesus Christ, so I'm not really scared of it.
The video I'm about to show you is genuinely one of the most convincing and terrifying video footage evidence I've seen of a ghost or whatever this is. Check it out.
The fourth or fifth time I had watched the video, I noticed something in the corner of the room, which is actually my daughter's room. So I screenshotted it and I just zoomed in on it. My heart just dropped. I could feel my face, all the blood in my face ran.
What the heck is that? Okay. It looks like someone's head. I don't know. It's hard to believe stuff on that you see on the internet now too, you guys. Like I said, I'm skeptic about things. I just don't believe on stuff that I see. You know what I mean? When I said I don't, I don't, I'm not scared of things, but they spook you. They startle you. When you see things you don't expect to see. But I mean, you just gotta have a strong faith. Like I said, you just gotta pray. You just gotta believe. I don't know about this one. This one's kind of scary looking.
I mean,
Whatever that is.
it scared me. It just looked like somebody watching me. I didn't sleep that night.
Here is a nice little screenshot of that in case you missed it.
I wouldn't be able to sleep too.
That dude saw that in his house. Can you imagine seeing that? I would leave so fast. So fast. You would never ever see me in that house again. Because that looks like a person with like a dead person. Like, I don't even know, but that looks like a humanoid thing, right? That's upside down. Like, I can't even look at it anymore. It freaks me out so bad.
I mean, there's some weird stuff happening out there right now, and it's all in the Bible too. So I don't know.
September 27th of 2024, a woman named Jalen immediately grabs her phone to record something on camera. It isn't often the case that this happens, but tonight it occurred once more. Jalen had been lying in bed while doing work on her laptop when something noticeable appeared from the corner of her eye. Now, given that this incident took place at her grandparents' house, a place abundant with numerous vintage items, she finds it unsurprising that this happened. Some of these items, as she believes, could be cursed or haunted, but even if they weren't, she would still be afraid of coming back to this place, and it's all because of this incident. The following is her footage. Watch.
Now, why would you have that in your bedroom? I mean, it's a vintage doll. I know that, or a mannequin, whatever that is. You guys, my mom, when I was young, my mom loved those porcelain dolls and stuff. I don't like them. I cannot stand them. I don't like them.
This thing just moved.
She's poking it on the eyeball. If that thing blinks, I'm out of there. Oh my god, that's funny.
Boy, all the talking heads would have been screaming about the Dallas Cowboys and sticking forth in this organization. So again, kudos to the Cowboys going on the road, getting a divisional win. See how they win that moving forward.
There's a saying in golf, there's no pictures on the scorecard. If you're down, like, you don't care if it's by 5 or it's going to be like, you're just happy that you moved to 2 or 2. The injury to Parsons, and he didn't know anything at this point, he just left by a car with the left shoe off. How do you assess what that man is? Feels a lot better if he's on the feet.
What?
If he's missing any significant time out of the he's that better. He's that better player on the football. They have to be playing from the hand. But they have a team and they get on the pass rush. But if you don't have that guy,
The door just moved.
Winning percentage or 60% and everything, you know.
33 propose 100 affordable housing laws, including
Quiet early on, much more involved, particularly
the safety over the top, and you'll see right down here. A free person.
personal Kazuki dessert. An entree plus 3 desserts, just $13. That's a sweet deal. Sure, level and we're able to take a field goal late. There's a lot to this.
Pop that balloon. That just looked too real.
Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch.
See, you're giving it permission. You're provoking it. Why? I don't get it. There it is. There it is. There it is. What'd that say? You've given it permission. You're supposed to do the opposite. You're supposed to say, I'm not afraid of you. You can't hurt me. You know, in Jesus' name I pray. Get out of my house. Get out of my room. This is my house. You don't belong here. But instead, we invite it in. You don't do that, you guys. You don't.
Late one evening, a few nurses decided to take a break and enter a floor of the hospital that is rumored to be haunted. According to the uploader, many people in this particular ER have passed away, and although it's rarely used, mysterious activity is frequently witnessed. Many nurses refused to enter the old abandoned ER alone, but since they were investigating together, they decided to give it a shot. This is what they captured.
It's dark.
Oh! 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 The curtain moved! Yeah, it did. It moved. It moved. It moved. Yes, it did. It did. How did you not see that? Oh, okay! Oh my god!
Okay, I believe that. I believe that one. I've had some experiences on working at hospitals and stuff, you guys. We actually had one video about a year or so ago with one of my coworkers. I have to go find it. I think it's on my other phone, but I have to go find it and put
Is
it
an
in here.
employee who's recording a video showing what he does in a typical workday. As part of a cleaning crew, his main job is to clean planes that have just landed. This is something that he often does at night, especially with planes that are big enough to hold the most trash. But one night, he decides to do something different. Rather than leaving the plane that he just cleaned, he stays behind. Usually, a cabin cleaner moves on to clean the next aircraft, but seeing that his work was done and that no passengers would board the plane for a while, he stays. Purely for the fun of it, he does this. But this experience was anything but fun, because as he hides in the back of the plane, this happens.
I know I'm not dumb enough to lift those shades up because I got my flash on in here. They gonna catch my ass if they see. ain't gonna lie to y'all though, it's mad cold in here. And it's dark. I mean, I know it doesn't look that dark on the camera, but it's dark. Let's go! Let's go! Right, sitting on the back of the plane. And y'all probably think I'm insane. Probably think I'm doing this for fame. Say, probably think I'm doing this for fame.
Caught off guard, he walks over to see if anyone's there, but to his shock, the space is completely empty. Somehow, the seatbelt flings out towards the aisle in a sudden motion without there being someone on the seat. It seemingly throws itself as if unbuckled by a passenger who's eager to get off the plane. Whatever it was that just happened scared the living daylights out of him, so much so that he scurries back to his hiding spot in the back of the plane. Hours pass, and he gets off the plane after personnel finds him inside. All in all, this experience has left him so rattled that he continues to share updates talking about this incident and mentioning how he should have stayed out of this plane. It goes without saying, but this incident has spooked him beyond belief.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Afraid of the dark, you might not want to listen to this story. So this couple have been together for 5 years. When they first met, they discovered that they had a lot of things in common, including both being devotees of La Santa Muerte. They both also love to celebrate Halloween. They love it so much that they do something on Halloween that's not even like a tradition of where they're from. They saw on a Halloween movie that people carve pumpkins, and so they decided to make their own little tradition at home of carving pumpkins for Halloween. So the thing that happened to them is one of the craziest things that they've ever experienced. However, keep in mind that they have gone through paranormal things together a lot. For example, they both see what they call the white little girl. Not just that, but there are moments where they would both come home from work and they would also see like a lady with a veil and a candle. Those sightings that they had seen never scared them. They never had a weird feeling with the little girl or the lady with the veil. Why are they telling us about the paranormal things that happened to them? Because they want to let you know that these things were not as scary as what the fuck just happened to them. So this happened to them on Halloween night when they had already carved pumpkins and were in bed. As the girl is laying there, she gets this really weird feeling like if something is in the house or like something weird is going on. And without really like realizing that she had said it out loud, she says, "What entered? What is in here?" She says that she hears a response in her head telling her it's something bad. Be careful. She immediately opens her eyes and starts looking around the room. That's when her intuition kicked in again and made her look at the side of the room where the closet and the wall meet, where it's the darkest area in that bedroom. She says that when her eyes meet that very dark space in the bedroom, she just got the chills. Like she could feel that it was something malevolent in her bedroom in that spot. She continues staring at that spot and she knows that there's something there. And as if this thing could read her mind, out of nowhere, she sees a pair of eyes coming from that dark spot. She says that the eyes looked almost like cat eyes and that they were green and had like very big lines in the middle. Even though she was like so scared in that moment, she ends up shaking her partner awake and he does wake up and he's like, what's wrong? What are you doing? She couldn't talk, but she pointed to that corner of the bedroom. When the guy turns to look at that same direction, he is also in shock and just confirms to her that he is also seeing the same thing that she is. He manages to whisper to her, "What is that?" And she responds to him, "I don't know." He then says, "This is bad. I can feel it. This is not good." Both of them at the same time and same moment are seeing the same thing and are both equally as afraid and shocked. The scariest thing happened next. It was almost as if this thing was feeding off of their fear. In that very moment, whatever was in the corner of their bedroom closed its eyes, and that's when they both started to see how the silhouette was forming in that corner. First was the head, and then they saw the shoulders, and it was when it started forming the hands where they saw that this thing was moving its fingers like this. It was almost as if they were giving it life. The girl was like, I don't know if it was my intuition or I was like just so scared that she tells her partner, "Go and turn the lights on."
No. No. You pray. See, the first thing you do is pray. That's what I used to tell my kids when they were little. I just tell them to say a simple prayer. God, help me. I'm scared. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. That's all you have to do and say before you go to bed. And they feel safe because they don't want to sleep in their room. They just want to sleep in mommy and daddy's bed. So that's why I got my kids to sleep in their own rooms, in their own beds.
He says that he wanted to get up and run to the light so fast, but when he did, it was almost like his legs betrayed him. His legs were like, we are scared and we're not moving, because when he tried to run to the light, he falls down to the ground. His legs are not moving because of how scared he is. And she's still screaming at him, turn the light on, turn the light on, turn the light on. He is so determined to turn that light on, even though his legs are betraying him. He is starting to crawl all the way towards the door to where that light is. As he's crawling towards the light switch, he says that he feels his legs working again. He stands up and he turns the light on, and that is when he hears a growl coming from that corner. They say that this thing disappeared, but they heard a sound like if 1,000 crystals had just broken around them. It was horrible, and after that day, they said that they went and gathered with the people who are also devotees of La Santa Muerte, their friends, and started asking if they had ever experienced this thing. Every person that they asked, every person that they shared this story to, would never say anything about that. It was almost as if they were all terrified of also experiencing this thing in their home. But what do you think that was?
That's not a ghost encounter. That's demonic. So you just got to have a strong faith, you guys, because the light, turning on the light, that's not going to protect you. Okay, if you have any weapons, those are not going to protect you. Your faith will protect you. God, Jesus Christ is going to protect you. So we need to think that through.
Ouija boards are demonic. I have proof for you today. Bet you might not sleep tonight. I've said for years, when you play with Ouija boards, you are inviting things into your home straight out of hell. And today I have a picture of two things straight out of hell. This picture was submitted by one of my followers, and she was playing with a Ouija board one night. She was talking to ghosts or spirits, and this is what she captured. While playing with the Ouija board, she was asking the spirits if there were any spirits around to show themselves, and she took her camera and just started snapping random pictures, and most of them were just blurry and out of focus, but she did capture this one. And this one is something that might keep you up tonight, so I will warn you before you look at these. Just know that there's something very evil in this picture. This right here, this is what happens when you play with Ouija boards. You are summoning evil. I want you to look right below me. This is the face of the person playing with the Ouija board. And as I said, she took some random pictures all around, and most of them were just blurry, and she captured nothing. But I want you to look right here. Look at these. I'm going to circle them for you, but there are two faces right here behind her. That's the kind of stuff that will keep you up at night. That's the kind of stuff that you are inviting into your life and home when you play with these evil things. These things are straight out of hell. Let me know in the comments if you've ever played with a Ouija board, but let me recommend that you don't if you're thinking about it. If you have any paranormal story, evidence, or pictures you'd like to share, my email is listed in my bio. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless.
You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to you don't mess around with those things. Those things they are in the Bible. They are forbidden. You don't play with those. They in the Bible they God call it evil schemes of the devil. You don't mess around with them. It's known to open portals and stuff like that, but they are not good. You don't mess around with those things.
What's the scariest story you've ever heard? This is Rhoda Derry, but before she looked like this, she looked like this. As you can tell, she was an incredibly beautiful woman. Rhoda was born on October 10th of 1840 to her 7 older siblings and her parents in Indiana. It is believed that her family was considerably wealthy. As Rhoda grew older, she fell in love with the boy next door. They were farmers that farmed right next to them, and she fell in love with this boy. His name was Charles. But Charles's parents did not agree with this relationship. The reason they didn't agree with this relationship was because it had been rumored that Rhoda's family was involved in witchcraft. This was a rumor that had plagued the family. They said that her grandmother was a witch, and so Charles's mother did not want him to marry Rhoda. It got to the point where Charles's mother finally approached Rhoda and said that if they went ahead with the marriage, that she would curse Rhoda. Suddenly, Rhoda became inconsolable, I guess you could say, and she even started having episodes of being pushed against a wall by an unseen force. This is according to records, of course. But she also grew violent and had a violent temper. It got to the point where her parents would take her to a mental health facility, but they would deem her uncurable and send her back to her parents. Rhoda would then go on to go to another mental health facility, and it was known to not treat its patients humanely there. Rhoda began exhibiting violent behavior, and she even would scratch out her own eyes and punch all of her own teeth out. She was also kept in a wooden box, and she would lay in there naked. It is said that it would fill up with her own fecal matter, and mice would lay nests around her, but she was constantly moving, so she always had bruises all over her body. And since Rhoda wasn't walking, she would eventually lose the ability to walk, and she wouldn't be able to use her legs, so she would just crawl around. Now, there was one article that said in 1906 she had a severe epileptic attack that caused her to burst out in violence, and the people at the hospital, or the nurses, were just sick of it, and they slit her throat. It is said that a couple years later, nurses would admit to doing this, but there's also articles that say that she was finally taken care of by a different doctor who believed in treating his patients humanely, and that she would eventually get to a point where she was given a bath daily and would lay in a real bed. But people who visit Rhoda's grave say that they can feel someone tugging at their legs, and maybe Rhoda is still there. Either way, this is a tragic tale, and it is a reminder to take care of your mental health and to treat everyone with kindness and respect. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down in the comments, and follow for more strange history.
Well, it's different now. Back then, they don't look at those as illnesses, you guys. They look at those as like even possessions, you know? So it's different back then. Way
Haunted
different.
Walmart in America. It's in Galveston, Texas, and it was actually built on the site of the former St. Mary's Orphan Asylum, which was destroyed in the hurricane of 1900. There's actually a historical marker right near the Walmart that describes the story of this place. When the storm hit Galveston in 1900, the nuns attempted to save as many kids as possible, tied the children's wrists together with clothesline, and then tied the clothesline around the waists of the nuns. However, the hurricane hit harder than expected, and when people looked through the ruins of the orphanage afterwards, they found the bodies of all the children tied together, drowned, tied up to the nuns. Since this Walmart was built near the site of the original orphan asylum, many workers have claimed to have experienced paranormal activity inside. An employee at one point heard a girl crying for help, but when he looked for her, he couldn't find her. People have also reported seeing toys move by themselves in these aisles, and heard disembodied laughter. What do you think? Would you shop at this Walmart, or is it too spooky?
Well, it depends. They probably have a lot of stuff on sale there.
Oh, God! Cops come across creepy sights more often than you would think. Sights that they themselves cannot comprehend. Luckily, they were captured on camera. In the middle of the road, well past midnight, a figure appeared from nowhere in the middle of the road, which left onlookers frightened and unable to explain. Let's take a look. There, a few steps away from the car in the pitch dark, is a dark woman-like figure standing, hair frazzled and barefoot. What would you do if you were to encounter this being alone? Oh, God!
No! Oh,
Nope.
my God. Nope. Oh.
Nope, that's right. No, all right. They're supposed to fight crime, not whatever that is. Right. So don't judge. I'm not judging either. I'd react the same way too. I'm out of there.
Entities. They're bad things.
The haunted Hill House. 9 spirits may already call this place home.
One of the scariest paranormal activity spots in the world.
The infamous haunted Hill House.
It is considered, I'm told, a portal to their spirit world. The spirits do not want some people in this house and will chase them out.
No.
I've heard of this place.
No.
Not follow any of us home.
Did I scare you?
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Wait. No! That was insane. What the? There is no way that just said that. Someone just ran up on it. No way. Oh my god, it's all the way up his neck. Holy dude. Damn. Dude, it burned.
The hunters become the huntee. That's what happens.
Video. Lauren is on the porch talking to her boyfriend on the phone when this is captured.
I gotta wait for my work clothes to dry.
That is some good audio.
It is.
That's the crazy part. You can hear his speakerphone and the camera audio.
Dude, my door just closed. Yes, and it's locked.
You
got locked
out your house
I just got locked
by
out of
a
my
ghost.
Yes, nobody's here. Luna! Luna's inside by herself.
Oh, the dog's gonna open the door?
I don't even see her in there.
She calls out for her dog. Let me in. Why did she leave? Okay, what? So she went on the back to see if she can open the door on the back, and she leaves her phone on the door. Who does that?
Oh, that's funny. She just dropped him and left. He just kept talking. Oh, no, man. Mm-mm. Someone tapping on the window?
Okay, how come the dogs are not barking?
Sit. Come here.
Okay, here's the thing, you guys. When my dog, when I play around with her and I pretend that I'm knocking and stuff, she doesn't. She knows. She knows. She's like, I'm not gonna bark on that. I know it was you. So I don't know. It's kind of questionable that all that knocking and stuff. None of the dogs were barking, and she has 2 dogs. I have 1 dog. She has 2 dogs. It's just the little things that you kind of notice, you know. Just questionable.
Man, if it pans to something behind a tree.
What is that?
Maybe it's the red demon in the background.
Is that a growl? I don't know. I have questions. I'm not trying to judge nobody. I'm not trying to say that it's fake or not. I just have questions. Like we all do.
Haunted places in the United Kingdom, Pendle Hill. In the 1600s, a group of women who were living in this area were accused of being witches. And after an extremely unfair trial and being held in a dungeon for months, they were executed. The story of the Pendle witches is infamous, and it actually predates the Salem witch trials. But Pendle Hill is like a paranormal magnet of its own. People have seen everything out here, from demon dogs to shapeshifters, and even aliens and UFOs in the sky. It's rumored that Pendle Hill is one of the most dangerous places to visit after dark due to the high levels of paranormal activity. One specific story from the area that's pretty creepy is that of a headless ghost. Yes, the spirit of a headless woman is seen walking one of these roads at night, and the story goes that she was a local nanny, and multiple children in her care died, so the locals took it upon themselves to take care of the problem and chopped her head off. The story of the Pendle witches is infamous worldwide, and their presence can still be felt today. The full video of our investigation is on my channel now.
Why would you do that?
Jezu, jak to Oda tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę. Kurwa, tak? No, totalnie. Pierdolę, ja dostaję tylko 5000 zł, kurwa, tam. Idź tam do... Uważaj.
Tanisza! Kamila!
Ona jest nad nami u góry, od góry coś...
She's upstairs above us, something upstairs, they said. Sounds like a cat. And if that's a person, you guys, 911 is not the right number to call for this type of things. Might want to go call your church. This is not fair for the police. He said he wants to swap position. Move out of the way and be careful, or you will get your effing head smacked.
Drut ma jakiś.
She has a wire or some sort. Oh, it's up on the ceiling.
Terrified by Kamilka's strange behavior, the police are unable to go inside and save her. So, as a final attempt to get her out, they head outside and place a ladder against the side of the room where she hides. This, however, did not go as expected.
Tu jesteś, dzikuska. Chodź, misiu. Chodź.
They said, don't growl like a pig. I'm reading. They're translating it on the... They're translating it in English. There's a caption. If you guys can't read it, I'm trying to read it for you, but it's very, very small.
Chodź tu, kurwo.
Come here, they call her the B word. It says, come here. Come here, Camila. Camila, I see you. What does it say? Don't crawl, Camila. Come down, your child is asking for you. Ooh, I don't know, man. We're gonna need some tranquilizer. Like I said, no, cops are not trained for stuff like that. Go call the priest or something. Hold on, this is one of those. This shouldn't be in here. You know when you're like getting ready to go to bed and you grab your phone and then you're like, oh, maybe I'll go watch one more TikTok video. All the lights were off. Everything is quiet unless you guys are one of those people that watches TV all night long, or you have your TV on all night long. But everything is dark, everything is quiet, and you're getting ready to go to bed. You just have to go watch one more TikTok video, and this is what pops up. And you're like, okay, I'm wide awake. I'm turning on all the lights. Forget about sleeping because I'm scared now. Because you know damn well you're going to have a nightmare that night. Oh, I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm laughing at it. There's another one. Don't call the cops, dude. They're not trained for that.
If you came here to kill me, clap your hands. Well, that wasn't clapping your hands. That was more like just. Okay, I'm sorry.
Was that guy just holding a hammer? He was holding a hammer while he was singing on the top of the stairs. Okay, that one's fake.
And yes, my fan is on. That's why you see it blowing. But what the hell is that? Why is it blinking like that? Somebody's pushing it. Doesn't that look like a face?
Okay. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to give 2 warnings. I have a bow and arrow. You better go show yourself. If you're a human, you better come out of that. If you know you have someone else in the house. If you know you're alone in the house, then tell me I have a bow and arrow. And I have a pew-pew. You better not be hiding behind the curtains. Because we're going to have a problem.
That look like a face.
Okay, tomorrow when you
Here. Grandpa isn't here right now. Grandpa here. No, he isn't here.
Oh, he pushes
He's
the
gone,
button.
Molly. What are you looking at? Grandpa, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Dogs can see stuff though. Dogs and kids, but that one's weird. I don't know. That was creepy.
Disturbing lost footage. On August 15th, 1989, a man pulled to the side of Interstate 205 after his car overheated. Him and his son decided to go and find the nearest phone for help, but discovered a jacket not too far from the car. Under the jacket was an unlabeled VHS tape, but they were not prepared for its contents.
My hell. The whole sky's black with smoke. The fire department's trying to put it out. What a laugh. Look at it, Omar.
The cameraman was standing not far from a house completely in flames while whispering strange and eerie phrases to himself. The footage was given to the police, but they were unable to identify the house or the cameraman. The jacket that the tape was found with was also searched by police, and they found a wooden pestle and a ceramic skull, which made them suspect the arsonist was a devil worshipper. It wasn't until the tape was featured on the show Unsolved Mysteries that the house was identified. The house was located in Redwood City, about 80 miles from where the tape was found. On the night of the fire, the Woodside fire captain also recorded the burning house, and the videos were soon found to be a confirmed match. Redwood City Police Detective Mark Polo stated that he already had 2 suspects. Both were minors. After questioning the pair, they both admitted to starting the fire. One was sent to juvie while the other was committed to a mental hospital.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for staying with me up until the end. I do appreciate each and every one of you. So, once again, thank you so much. God bless you. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.